In this video tutorial, I'm going to show you very simply how to take a plane and use it with an existing tile set. So the tile set that I'm using today is a Minecraft style tile set. It's not one that I created, but you could certainly use the same technique with one that you create. So I'm going to start off with a plane, and I'm going to split my window into two. And I'm going to change my right window into a UV image editor. Okay. So now what I'm going to do is, normally what I teach all of my students in class is to first come and name their object. So you would go to the Object tab and you would go ahead and name this, and I'll just call this MC for Minecraft. I'll call it MC Tile. I would then go and create a new material under the Materials tab, and again I'll call that MC Tile Mat. And then I'm going to go ahead and create a new texture. So, cut. In this video tutorial, I'm going to show you how to take a simple plane and UV unwrap it to use with a video game tile set. In this case, we'll be using a Minecraft tile set that I downloaded from the web. So I'm going to start off with my plane here, and I'm going to divide or split my window into two, and I'm going to change my second window into a UV editor window. And this is the process that I typically teach my students. The next step is I'm going to go up here to the object panel, and I'm going to go ahead and name it, and I'll just call this MC Tile Set, or actually MC Tile I think would be more appropriate. And then I'm going to add a material, and that new material is going to be called MC Tile Mat. Then I'm going to make a new texture, and that new texture is going to be called MC Tile Text. Okay, after I call it MC Tile Text, I'm going to make sure that type is set to image or movie. I'm going to scroll down, and right here in the image section I'm going to choose open and go to my desktop, and I'm going to show by clicking on this button with the four little squares. I'm going to see my thumbnail, and this is the image I want. Okay, so now I need to set up my UV window here to show the Minecraft tile set. So the way that I do that is the image is already loaded, so I can just come right down here to the image browser, choose the Minecraft tile set. So you'll see I've got all these great little tiles here. Now I can go ahead and I'm going to unwrap the actual plane. So I'm going to tab into edit mode, U to unwrap, and I'm just going to choose unwrap. And since it's a simple plane, it unwraps across the entire texture. I'm going to change my 3D window to texture view. If you have the Pi menu add-on installed, you can just press Z. Okay, so there it is there. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to, in my UV window, I'm going to press S and scale downwards until I get to the texture that I want. And I can just press G and I can move it around, and I can choose it for it to be any texture I want. And I'll zoom in over here so you can really see a more detailed view. So maybe I'll scale down a little bit more. Grab it. Okay, so now you'll see in this view on the left hand side, you can see that I can see everything, and I can again just press G and grab it and move it around, and there we go. So there's my tile set there. Okay, in this next part of the tutorial I'm going to move that tile off to the side. In this next part I'm going to show you how to make transparent textures and make use of transparent textures. So let's take a look in the UV window, and in the UV window you'll notice that a lot of these textures here have transparent areas to them, and you will see kind of a dark gray checkerboard showing you that. So what I'm going to model is I'm going to go ahead and model this door here with the four window panes in here. Alright, so with that said, I'm going to do Shift A. I'm going to add in a mesh, and it's going to be a plane. Now the door texture is actually 2 tiles tall, So it's more of a rectangle than it is a square. So again, I'm going to tab into edit mode. I'm going to go ahead and select two verts, and I'm going to go ahead and move it on an axis, X or Y, so that it is more rectangular. Okay, I'm going to come up here and I'm going to go through the process again. I'm going to name the object by going to the object panel, and I'll call this just door to make it nice and simple. I'll go to the material, add a new material, and I'll call it MC door for Minecraft door. I will add a new texture, and I'll call that MC door text. I'm going to go back and name my material MC door matte, just to be specific. Okay, so now under the texture, I'm going to load up the tile set. So there's the tile set right there. Now what I need to do is I need to unwrap this. So again, I'm going to select all, U for unwrap, and choose unwrap. And the unwrap comes in here, and it is rectangular, but it's the wrong size. So I'm going to go ahead and scale this on down, grab it, move it over towards the door, and I'm going to scale it down some more, grab it. Okay, so what you'll see is you'll see that my UVs are rotated, because you can see that it's not showing up properly here. So what I'm going to do is on my keyboard, I'm going to press R to rotate, and I'll go ahead and type in 90 for the door. And you can see that it's kind of upside down, so I'm going to Control Z that, and I'll do rotate. And this time I'll do negative 90. And there we go. That's looking better. So I'm going to go ahead and grab it and move it. And okay, so I could keep scaling it, but I'm just going to go ahead and use box select. I'm going to box select these two UVs here. I'm going to press G and X and just slide the UVs over. Deselect, box select, G, Y, and now I'm going to go ahead and move those two UVs down. Okay, so that's it. That door is pretty much set. The only thing that's missing are the transparent textures. So let's do that now. Actually, before we set up the transparent textures, I'm going to rotate this door up. So I'm going to press R, X, 90, and the door is flipped up. Okay, the lighting is not good, so I'm going to go ahead and bring that down and out. I can basically see the door better. Okay, and I'm going to go ahead and place something behind the door. This is going to be a Suzanne monkey head. So that way you can hopefully, when I make the door transparent, you can then see the monkey. Okay, I'm going to select the door again. And the way we do transparent textures is this. So first things first, you're going to start off in the material panel, and you're going to scroll all the way down until you see a category called transparency. And I'm going to click on this little checkbox here to turn it on and activate it. And I'm going to open it up, and I'm going to come down here, and you're going to see a slider that says alpha. And alpha is just the technical term for opacity or transparency. So right now the alpha is set to 1.0, and that means 100%. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click and drag that down, and you'll see that it looks like it's working, but if I keep going down all the way to 0, you'll see that it's pretty much gone. So it may be a little tiny bit left. And actually what's left is a little bit of the specularity. I'll just show you here. If I lower the specularity all the way to 0, you'll see that there is no door. So don't panic. You have all the settings done correctly. So we want to turn on transparency, and we want the alpha to be brought down to 0. Now for the last step, we want to go to the texture panel, and we're going to scroll all the way down to this category here called influence. And basically what influence does is it says use this texture, in this case the Minecraft texture, and on how do you want the texture to influence the mesh. So right now color is turned on, so that texture is influencing the color of the object, and that's why the door looked all nice and colorful like the graphic right here. But what I want it to do is I want it to also influence the alpha, and by influencing the alpha, it takes the information from the texture that I downloaded off the web, And you can also do this, painting your own images. So in Photoshop or Krita or anything you have at your disposal. And now it's using this, and so it's allowing me to see through, and you can see that I see through, and then the monkey is visible. Okay, that is it for this tutorial. So simply how to use a tile set if you've got one, or downloaded one, or made one, and how to set up transparent textures for great things like windows and eyeglasses and glass cockpits for spaceships and stuff like that. All right, I will see you in the next tutorial. Good luck.